Hi all, this is Allmighty and welcome to this video. So today I decided to, play another game against LeelaChess Zero, and to my surprise when I went on the LeelaChess0.org website, there was a little bit of a problem because they essentially say in the description that LeelaChess Zero website, especially the part where you actually play against Leela, is very much down and is very often down. So they instruct us, the people visiting the website, that we should actually go and play against this other available places where you can play against Leela. And they essentially mean you should go on leechess.org and there you can play against Leela. And that is exactly what I'm going to do today. So a little bit of a short intro. This is the all the Leela's team on leechess.org. As you can see on this part of the screen, so it is consisting of only bots, so you're not playing against humans. So you have a purple bot here, like a notifier, which says that you're essentially playing against a Leela bot. And the idea is that you can see which of these Leela bots is actually online and you can play against those. So currently here we have LeelaChess and Leela. So I have to choose between one of those, and quickly going over this ones, since I have already played against Leela easy, I decided that probably I should play today against Leela Hardcore, and here LeelaChess does have a significantly better rating than the Leela. So I'm going to challenge the LeelaChess to a game. I'm not expecting much. I'm going to try to do my best as always. I'm going to go for a rapid game. Here playing 10 minutes, I think this should be enough. The idea is, okay, the challenge is immediately accepted. Usually what happens is that if Leela is for that moment playing against someone else, then you should wait until it accepts challenges, but it accepts challenges in a row. So let me just go into this game immediately. So d4, knight to f6, knight to f3, so everything standard here. d5, c4, c6, going for the Slav defense, something we have already seen on this championship. Just to say, in game 2 when Magnus started with d4, and we are playing here all things symmetrical. And because I don't want to allow after bishop playing into f5, knight to b5, I'm going to play immediately e6, and I will resolve the issue of my light square bishop later in the game. Leela does play significantly fast, so having everything in mind, to my knowledge, I do not know if this Leela is using some kind of a table base or some opening tree to help herself. I'm guessing not. I'm guessing that she is maybe using some database, but not a specific table base with the best moves. Maybe just using, let's say, experience from her games. But up until now, everything seems fine from her side, and now is the time to actually make a plan. Usually, you can go about it two ways. You can leave yourself with an isolated d5 pawn while trying to push e5 at some point. So it would mean me capturing on g3, playing rook to e8 and then e5, or expansion on the queen side, which I will do to see if white will go kingside castle, because I don't want to be premature on capturing the bishop on g3, opening up the h-file. The bishop is already here on this file eyeing h7, so this is just that, a momentary precaution, I would say. And okay, rook to c1, everything is fine here. And I also should be aware that this move, bishop to h4, could be dangerous. So I'm actually thinking about now capturing here so that I'll be able to play bishop to d7, because if I play b5 immediately, then simply Leela can capture either on b5 or on d5. Rook is capturing then the knight on c6. So yeah, I think that's the best way to go, or even rook to e8. Rook to e8, then prepare pawn push to e5. Yeah, this could be also a good move. So let's play this. Let's see what Leela has in mind. Maybe even queen to c2 could be played here, but then I'm definitely going for h6 and then knight. Okay, knight to e5. An interesting idea here. definitely I will go for a capture and then play knight to d7. I'm guessing pawn will capture. Yes, indeed. Don't have to worry really about this. Okay, f4 immediately. f4 immediately means that white is meaning business here. Queen to b6 is the first move that comes to mind, attacking on two fronts, but queen to d2 safely protects everything here. So for the moment, this kind of an attack isn't that significant, I would say. But later on, I can maybe even then play knight to c5, attack the bishop, and when the bishop moves, it would be great if I would have some kind of a plan. f6 is a move that could be considered, but the problem is what happens after. So a lot of arrows. Let me just quickly clear this. What happens after queen to h5? So f6, then significantly weakening my position, and now this was a very good way how to actually stop the development in the center. e5, now my rook on e8 isn't looking all that good. So let's continue with this plan. I'm trying to open up the position a little bit. Okay. Now what happens after knight to d4? Yeah, knight to d4 doesn't look all that good, to be honest, because of bishop to f2, but I'm guessing bishop to f2 still. Yeah, that is exactly true. So let's move the queen out of the way. Queen to b4, and queen will have to go back to e7, because otherwise it is looking not all that good for her. And now I'm guessing castle, and already white is in a very good position here. White is in a good position. I will have to find a good square for the knight here. Maybe transfer. Whoa, and even this. Yeah, that was definitely one of the possible moves. Now threatening knight to d6. If I move the knight bishop to c5, definitely good play by Leela here. So let me move the rook quickly so that there is no attack with tempo, let's say. Okay, castles. Yeah, at this point Leela can even play cautionary chess. I think that f5 needs to be played at this point. Maybe better f6 to maybe challenge here, because now it does seem that in this position white is definitely strong. So bishop to h4, have to be careful of that one. When the bishop comes here on e6, this could become a weak piece. Okay, let's move the knight first. Bishop to c5, definitely possible. Have to be careful about my queen, because at the moment she doesn't have too much squares to go to. Also, bishop to b6 with bishop to c5. Yeah, this looks kind of painful, to be honest. Let's move the queen out of the way. The knight is still here, but okay. At least the queen has moved out of the way, and it's always you always start to think about problems in the position when you have to move your pieces like this. And now once again a very good threat of knight to captures on f5, so I'm playing g6 here, because if I move the king then a knight to f7 and I lose the rook. So once again forced to go into this direction, but rook to f3, rook to h3 looks also very, very painful. So I'm kind of forcing myself into a worse and worse position. But I guess this was something to be expected. Maybe it would be easier to play with the white pieces, but I don't know. No, this is crazy good, I would say, by Leela, definitely. Don't really know how to improve in this position. Let's try rook to b8, maybe b6 will work. If I move the bishop to d7, then after bishop to b6, then I definitely don't have a square for my rook. Here at least I have on d7, but now even this is, yeah, after b5, okay, and even better a4, this is looking crazy bad for me. Can I now put the knight here? But yeah, again, there's a question where to put it later. This is just crazy. Let me put the rook on g7, knight to e7, and try to push g5. At least that. I mean, I know that then again this will be a problem. Then I have to play king to h8 as well. Yeah, there are all sorts of issues in this position. Now on b5 I'll just ignore it. Have to play knight to e7. Knight to e8 is also a move here with knight to f6. Yeah, I'm getting crazy beaten here. It seems that I have to play this. This is the only square for my rook. This is just crazy. Bishop c7 with bishop to d6 or immediately bishop to c5. At this point, if knight to f6, I will simply give up the rook. Queen to d8. Just amazing. Just simply amazing. I don't know what to say. Everything is like I'm getting demolished here. This is like pure engine play. Let's play g5. Now knight to d6. Is this falling? Yeah, but the pawn on e6 could be in great danger after. Yeah, I'll have to capture with the knight, but I will play rook to g7 still. So capturing with the knight here. Pawn will capture, king to h8, and then I get checkmated. But Leela is tightening the knot even more. Even more. Oh yeah, I could have captured here like this. Let me capture like this. I just want to see the knight f5, of course. I don't know why that wasn't available a move before, but okay. Oh, okay, and if I capture with the knight, then I'm getting checkmated here. It's so crazy, this position. So damn crazy. Cannot. Oh man. Cannot do anything. If I capture, I get checkmated here. If I sacrifice, I don't get anything. King to h8, I simply lose a queen. So I definitely have to move the queen. If I move it to g4, then I lose it on h6. If I move it to g5, knight to e7 with check. Have to go to f7, then I lose the bishop. Actually, I don't. So is this the best way? King. Oh, he doesn't go for this. Yeah, that is probably smart. Go immediately for the rook. Bishop e7. Man, that is game over. Yeah, it's simply too problematic. Okay, so I'm going to go for a rematch, so that I really want to see will anything happen a little bit. So is Leela playing against someone else now? Oh yes, she is playing a 3-0 game. Okay. So now playing with the white pieces, just for clarification, I already played one with the black pieces and I was demolished, but I also wanted to try and play with the white pieces because in that variation, yeah, I think an engine can easily beat you by playing just amazing chess. So let me see here. A Sicilian probably will go for the knight or for the dragon. Let's just see g6 or e6, a6. And okay, I tend to play the Richter-Rauser very often with the white pieces. I am not really in the whole theory, so that I will try to do my best. I play the queen to d2 variation. But let's see how LeelaChess, the bot LeelaChess on leechess.org actually handles this position. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know if for some reason I'm going to cut me being demolished by Leela in the previous game. You are looking now at the second game where I'm playing against LeelaChess on leechess.org with the white pieces. Okay, let's defend this pawn. The knight b4. Is b4 already very bad for me? Knight a4. No, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, let's capture here on f6. Now bishop can even capture. Yeah, that is true. Let me transfer the knight to the other side of the board. Now the queen is opening here on a5, so queen to a5 isn't available. f4 will be definitely a move here with f5 in mind. Have to play king to b1. So let's play it immediately. Knight to c5, of course, expecting that, with bishop to b7, pressuring this pawn. And yeah, let's see what will be made of all of this. Queen to b6. A totally new way how to attack. Of course, after knight to b3, a5 is in preparation. Now here, I definitely have to respond to this threat. I think queen to e3 is very nicely keeping an eye on the e4 pawn and also defending here this the knight on d4. Okay, now it's time for me to push the pawns. The king is still in the center, and now even g6. Okay, g6. Okay, the idea is that if I play f5, e5 is the move. A very nice move, which leaves my queen undefended. The question is... Oh, I see now. Yeah, if e5 would have been played immediately, then knight to f5 is available because there is no g6. But here in this situation, f5 is still not available. So, how to defend the queen? It seems there is no way, so that I should actually move the queen out of the way. And queen to g1 is the only move that I can see. So, had to be a little bit careful there. And now I can proceed with f5. I would really like to open up the position because the king is still in the center. Even if e5 is played, I will capture later on g6. So let's see. Okay, pawn captures. Pawn captures, that was pretty much expected, and now I'm guessing e5 because Leela probably doesn't want to close the position in its entirety. Okay, now two options. Go to f3 or b3. Probably b3, a better move. Both of the moves open the attack to the queen. If I go to f3, then bishop to b7, and already e4 is a threat. So I'm going to play knight to b3, just going to pre-move this. Okay, Leela goes for the queen exchange, and now has a very strong center with d5 and e5. So she has resolved her issue of having a weak d6 pawn in the Sicilian. Very good play, Leela. And now it is actually my turn how to take advantage of this position. First, I definitely have to play c3, otherwise my bishop would be trapped with e4. But I'm guessing e4 will still be played. Oh, bishop to b7, very good. g4 isn't available immediately, I think, because pawn can simply capture here. Rook captures on h2, and if I give a check, knight goes to f8. Oh, king to e7, if I capture here, nothing drastically changes in this position for me. So is h3, g4 a better move? So, because I would really like to expand on the king side, at least. And one thing that I have to do is improve the position of my pieces. So currently this knight and bishop aren't the best of pieces. There aren't any immediate good squares for them. So once again, Leela in a very good form. This c5 square is very well protected by the knight. Cannot really challenge with c4. a4 isn't available. And on h3, I'm seeing g4 as a move. Seeing g4 as a move and cannot really go out of this one. On h3, h4 is a move, and if I play g4, pawn captures, rook captures, I will have a passed pawn, but it will be a weak one. A very weak one, so should I sacrifice the h2 pawn, give a check, king e7, rook captures, knight to b8? It doesn't seem like I'm getting anything out of this, so I will continue with h3, even if h4 will be played, g4 still. Rook captures, and then continue maybe with placing the knight through e1 to f3, but also keeping in mind the e4 move. But probably Leela is waiting on with the e4 move, because if I can simply play bishop to c2, but then one of the knights will come on d4 and the other will come on f4, which are very good dense squares for the knight. So keeping with these pawns is definitely, I would say, a good idea here. Okay, there is a way to attack my rook, but should I be afraid of this? I don't think that is necessary. Let me see what Leela's plan is actually. Okay, for now things are looking definitely better than in the first game. Okay, bishop to h4. I was guessing that this was an option, but didn't really see any point to it. I think rook to g7 could be a move. This pawn will be then attacked. The thing is, if I play simply rook to g4, then knight to f6 is a move. But then I can play rook to g7. What happens after rook to g7, king to f8, and I double up the rook? Once again, not really getting anything for it. But it doesn't seem like black is also getting anything for this bishop to h4 move. Where to put the rook? On g7, king to f8, double up the rooks, bishop to f2. Yeah. Now let's play here. Let's see what happens here after king to f8. I'm guessing king to f8 because I'm not seeing that many good moves here. Okay, king to e7. I guess also possible. Yeah, it's a very strange position here. If I move the knight out of the way, then knight can simply jump to c5. Because I was planning to play b3 and c4. But yeah, knight can simply jump into c5, and if I get my bishop captured, then I'm not really seeing myself in a very good position here. But yeah, I'm still going to do it. Bishop to c2 will be next after knight to c5, because I need to keep my bishop in this position. Okay, the bishop goes back. I can simply bring the rook back. I'm guessing rook to g8 now. Yeah, I'll have to exchange one pair of the rooks. And let's play b3 and c4 in preparation. Okay, e4. Yeah, bishop has to go to c2. Now I'm guessing rook to g2. Okay. Yeah, now this pawn is here attacked. So let me play knight to d4 because the knight was attacked. e3 is a move. But at least now I'm blocking this bishop out of the game. Okay, the pawn is coming here. Very good play. Actually, excellent play by Leela. Now, these types of moves you kinda don't consider immediately, at least a player that is of my strength. Here I'm actually collapsing. I see it immediately. Cannot capture the pawn. If I don't capture the pawn, for example, if I move the knight here, yeah, don't really have the time to play anything. Actually, maybe this will work. Let's say pawn here and knight on e3. If bishop captures, now the rook is attacked. Yeah, I was thinking bishop to d4, but maybe, yeah, probably that isn't at all necessary. Very nice move. Okay. I either have to move the knight, which I cannot move anywhere, or capture the rook. So I'm guessing capturing the rook is the obvious move here. So let's do it. Yeah, now move the knight because the bishop is attacking it. Now d4 and all other moves are coming very, very swiftly, I'm guessing. Yeah, this is crazy bad for me. So d3. And I can't even capture because d1 is queen. Yeah, this is collapsing. Okay, Leela is like, this is like torture, man. None of these moves are good. Yeah, everything is held together really, really well here. Yeah, bishop to f3 and d1 is a queen, bishop to e4. Actually, bishop to e4 simply. And my bishop is pinned. But Leela has some other ideas. Yeah, and the time I think I'm finished. So Definitely Leela bots, especially the LeelaChess one, is too much for me. I'm going to resign. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this two-part games of me just simply being crushed by Leela. That is it. I'm going to try and find an engine, at least on some lower setting, that I can maybe beat. Continue on with the instructive endgames, because maybe if I reach one of the endgames with those engines, the knowledge should be pretty useful. That is pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Enjoy!